This summer, we've had a ton of blockbusters, a lot of really good movies, but this movie honestly was the perfect endpoint. Like, it's the end of August, it's the last movie I'm going to see this month. It truly is like the perfect ending point. Griffin in Summer stars Everett Blunck and is about a 14-year-old Griffin is the most ambitious playwright of his generation, but once he meets handsome 25-year-old handyman Brad, his life and play will never be the same. From writer and director Nicholas Colia, sorry if I said his last name wrong, in his feature debut, we are talking the movie Griffin in Summer. Now, I know a lot of you probably have not heard of this movie. It's a very small movie coming out to theaters this weekend, and it came out in Tribeca last year and got a lot of word of mouth, but I will be honest with you, there was one particular actress in this movie that made me even want to go see it, to make me search it out, because it was not in my local movie theater, but I drove to go see this movie, and I'll be honest with you, this was a good little movie, honestly. There's a lot of this movie I can relate to, but I can say that more people who watch this movie are going to get more appreciation than me, which is a very good thing, because movies are so subjective that this movie coming out in today's climate is a great thing, and we'll get to all of it. So, of course, let's begin with the positives. First things first, our young actor, Everett Blunck, sorry if I said his name wrong, he plays Griffin in this movie. He is a superstar. He is so good in this movie. He's dramatic, he's hilarious, he's a kid at times, he's also a tight ass, which makes him even funnier because his character is writing this play and he's doing it in his basement, and he's such a just particular person that he wants it to be perfect, but he has all of his friends who are wanting to be out in the summer right now come and help him make this play. But then he has this handyman in his household who's working on the pool side, whatever, and he's 25, and it's the same actor, Owen Teague, sorry if I said his name wrong. He was the main ape in Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. He's extremely good in this movie, and Griffin grows a little bit of a crush on this guy. And you can kind of see where that story goes about how Griffin is a young gay man growing up in this time. And I can say this. The part I can relate to is Griffin is writing this play in summertime. He's like kind of forcing his friends to come over and do whatever. I did that making short films when I was a kid. I mean, there's stuff on my channel that I hope to delete one day, but I used to be that way. I'm not going to be as tight as him, I will admit that, but I will say I can relate to that aspect of like creating the art, whatever. Like, he wants to move to New York and everything one day. He wants to be a great playwright. But he also learns about himself this summer. He learns that he might be gay. He might be growing up to be a gay man, which in this time period, this movie coming out is a really good thing. This stuff is happening a lot more now, and people basically need to get used to it, because if this came out 30 years ago or like in the 1990s, it probably would have been a hit, but it also been a movie like, why are we watching a movie about a young boy being gay, homophobic, whatever, like that kind of stuff. It can piss people off, and I'm not going to talk about your beliefs or how you see things. I'm just letting you know that is in this movie, so you can go and watch this movie if you want to. But for a lot of people in today's climate, this movie is going to be winning. Like, people want this movie. We want to see young people discover themselves, and this movie does it in a really good way, in the arts and in love. And I think their relationship between Griffin and this handy guy, it was so good. And again, it's not even a creepy way, because I was kind of worried. I was like, okay, this guy's like 25, he's like 13, 14. I was like, okay, this can be weird because of the age. Not because of they love each other, but it's the age. The director is also the writer in his first film. He writes this movie so well. These actors didn't feel like actors. It felt like a real documentary of these people just hanging out, falling in love with each other, growing this relationship, and just the overall backstory behind this handyman, I don't want to spoil it, is so funny, and I did not expect that at all, that to lead to this ending. It was really sweet. And I'm some people are going to be like, it's predictable, and it is. I'll say it's a very predictable movie. You can easily see where story beats start, how they're going to end, and all that kind of stuff, but I was enjoying it. This cast made the script come to life. It was funny. It's really funny. It's really sweet. Again, I can personally relate to him just creating his play. with me creating short films at that young of age. Like, I can relate to that. Me, myself, I'm straight, like, but I've also grown up where, like, I saw a woman who was, like, 22 years old, and I was like, she's really pretty. So, like, in that aspect, I can relate to that. Us as kids, we would always think adults are pretty. Like, you would find someone who's, like, gorgeous. You'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I want to be with them. But they can't because of just the years and the gap, whatever, and it can be weird. This movie doesn't do that in that awkward way. It makes it sweet. It makes it feel realistic, and that's great. Just great writing, great directing. The movie looks beautiful. I love everything about it. And yes, Catherine Newton is in this movie. That's why I watched it, okay? And guess what? I don't care if you guys think, that's the only reason. It might be. It's a damn good movie. She makes it better. She does like this Jersey accent in this movie. I will give it up to her. She does a good freaking job. She's also pretty funny in this movie as the handyman's girlfriend, whatever. She has like her Jersey accent. Hearing her in real life and then hearing her in this movie is completely different. I'm just like, she did a fantastic job. This is one of those performances I'm like, you know what? I don't see Catherine. I see this character. So you know what? She did a good job, and she should deserve a supporting actress nominee, in my opinion. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. But she's great in this movie. Anyways, if you can, I recommend this movie, especially if you can see it right now before the end of the summer. Like, I highly recommend it. And I had a good enough time to where, like, I could recommend this to a lot of people. And this is easily one of those movies where, like, I would revisit one day. On a late night, summer night, this is one of those movies I could watch again. I'm going to give Griffin in summer a B+. Now, for real, yes, I totally went and drove out of the way to see this movie because Catherine was in it. You know, I'm sorry. I want to support her, okay? Okay, it's a movie that came out this weekend. Some of you might be like, Jacob, why aren't you reviewing that movie? And some of you are like, Jacob, I've never heard this movie. Why are you reviewing it? Whatever. Anyways, the summer season's over. Let football begin. And if you guys enjoy this movie review, don't forget, Sunday, live stream, 3K celebration. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Bye, everybody.